Food processing is one of the most common forms of manufacturing, as food is one of the foundational necessities of life, and the world's population is exponentially expanding, both in numbers of population and inches of waistline. It is becoming increasingly important to find new ways to innovate and improve the rate of production. Here at BYU, we have our very own food processing facility capable of producing 31,000 meals per day. The Culinary Support Center, known as the CSC, is located in the center of campus and supplies BYU facilities, the MTC, and all vending machines. The CSC is capable of cooking 1,000 pounds of meat at one time, preparing 100 gallons of soup, or processing 3,000 gallons of milk. It employs 45 workers per shift and hundreds of industrial machines. What we see here is likely the most beloved process that is performed at the CSC, the production of our famous creamery ice cream. These particular boxes of chocolate ice cream are going to be sent to church-wide storehouses. The ice cream is mixed, put into cartons or boxes, and distributed to its various regions. BYU makes 141 flavors of ice cream, with more in development.
So right here is where it all starts for the lettuce. It comes into the place in these boxes, and then somebody pulls it out of the box, they put it on the cutting board, they cut off all the bad leaves, the tips, and then cut out the core. And all the bad stuff goes into this chute in between the cutting boards. All the good stuff goes onto the ramp in between the cutting boards. And so it just goes down, and then it goes into what we call the beast. And as you can see, the lettuce is long over here on the ramp when they put it on. And then it comes over here to the blade, it's cut up into pieces, and those bits go up this ramp, drop into the water, and then they're rinsed. They go through different mechanisms and everything. And so the rinse, get all the dirt off. All right, so the lettuce is rinsed in that big tub of water, and then it drops onto this platform, which is vibrating, and it's rinsed off again, drops into these baskets. Then the baskets are picked up once they're full, and they go into this spitting machine, which is like a centrifuge. It just gets rid of all the water, it's pulled out of there, dumped onto this table, and then it's bagged 3 pounds a piece, put into this basket where it waits, and then finally it's sealed and it has a label put on it. And after that, it goes back into the fridge storage room, goes out to campus and feeds everyone.
We order produce 3 times a week, and during most of the season those numbers are in the neighborhood of about 300 to 400 cases on each one of those 3 days a week. And on an average day, we'll process between 150 to as high as 225 cases a day of produce. And that ranges from, on a weekly basis, of 200 cases of pineapple. It could be 30, 40 cases of green peppers on a weekly basis. On a daily basis, we average about 15 cases of sliced tomatoes. We may do 4 to 5 cases of sliced cucumbers on a daily basis. So this is some fairly significant numbers that we process on a daily basis.
The CSC can easily dice over 300 pineapples a day. The process begins with the top and bottom of a pineapple being removed by hand. It is then placed into the peeler where the rough outer layer is removed and then pressed through a blade, separating the pineapple into 2 halves. Next, a worker cuts out the core and places the pineapple on a conveyor where it makes its way towards the dicer. Once diced, the pineapple is then added to fruit salads or packaged individually. What used to take employees 42 hours can now be done in less than 6, thanks to this $30,000 industrial machine. The food produced in the CSC building allows for fresh food to be available on campus daily. It is delivered to the Cougar Eat, the Twilight Zone, Pendulum Court, Legend Grills, and other locations around campus. The Culinary Support Center also provides food for more than 2,000 missionaries at the MTC. The waste from the produce even goes to provide compost that is used by BYU grounds for all their mulch and topsoil needs. From the early developments of food processing until now, technology has allowed us to take our food farther and longer than it has ever been.